I'm not standing still anymore. And I'm not afraid of what's ahead, because you're with me. I walk forward without fear. There was a time I hesitated, afraid of what the next step might reveal. But you healed what fear had taught me, and showed me how to feel. I don't brace myself for failure, I don't imagine the worst. I trust the God who's walked beside me, from the waiting to the first. You don't lead me into uncertainty without placing peace in me. You prepare my heart for movement before I even see. I walk forward without fear, not because I know the way, but because you're walking with me every step, every day. I walk forward without fear, and my heart remains secure. You were faithful in the waiting, you'll be faithful beyond the door.
I used to fear what I couldn't control, what I couldn't clearly see. But trust has taught my spirit that you are ahead of me. I don't rush into tomorrow, I don't shrink back in doubt. I move with quiet confidence, knowing you're working it out. You don't promise ease without purpose, you don't send me alone. You go before me in the unknown, and you call it home.
I walk forward without fear, and I breathe in peace. I don't carry yesterday's worries into what you've released. I walk forward without fear, and I trust where you lead. You are shaping every step I take with care for me.
You are with me, I am safe, I am moving in your grace. No more fear, no more fear.
I surrender the memory of trembling, the times I almost turned away. I trust the strength you've restored in me, that steadies me today. Courage means continuing, then continuing I will. I don't fear the future you're opening, I trust your will. Teach my heart to move forward without needing control. Let trust be my direction, let peace guide my soul. I walk forward without fear, and I lift my eyes again. I don't question your intention, I trust where you send.
You are leading my life.
I am steady, I am free. I will trust, I will move without fear, without fear. You are God. You are God. Without fear, I walk. Father, thank you for freedom from fear. I move forward with you. I trust you completely. Amen. Father, I thought waiting was weakness. I thought it slowed me down, but now I see you turn waiting into strength. I remember how the silence felt, like nothing was taking shape, but you were forming endurance in every quiet day. I didn't notice the muscle growing, I didn't feel the change, but when I stood again in faith, I knew I wasn't the same. You don't waste the hidden seasons, you don't overlook the pain. You transform what feels like delay into power that remains. You turn waiting into strength, and my heart can stand again. I don't fear the days before me, I trust where I have been. You turn waiting into strength, and I carry it with grace. What I thought would break my spirit, you reshape.
I've known strength born of survival, the kind that's tense and tight, but this strength feels calm and anchored, built in your light. It doesn't flinch at uncertainty, it doesn't rush ahead. It stands firm in what you promised and follows where you led. You don't build strength in a moment, you shape it over time. You allow endurance to grow until it's strong and kind. You turn waiting into strength, and I feel it in my soul. I don't panic in the process, I'm steady and whole. You turn waiting into strength, and I walk without demand. You prepared me in the stillness, now I understand. You were working all along,
You were for me.
something strong. I am standing in your grace.
I surrender the resentment toward the time that felt so long. I see now you were training me to carry what comes on.
Your strength is born in waiting, and waiting was a gift. I don't rush beyond the wisdom that endurance gives.
Teach my heart to Gratitude replaced frustration again and again. You turn waiting into strength, and I lift my eyes to you. I don't regret the silent days, they made me strong and true. You turn waiting into strength, and I walk in peace today. You are faithful in the forming every step of the way.
You are faithful, you are wise, you are shaping my life. I am stronger
Because of you,
I will stay, I will stay. Strength remains, strength remains.
you are God, you are God. Waiting made me strong. Father, thank you for transforming delay into endurance. I honor the strength you formed in me. I trust you completely. Amen. Father, I didn't force belief to return. I didn't argue my way back into faith. Simply stood up again because you were holding me. I remember when faith felt fragile, like it might slip from my hands, but you never let it disappear. You anchored it where I stand. You didn't shame my hesitation. You didn't question my doubt. You stayed close in the quiet until belief stood back up. You don't rebuild faith with pressure. You don't revive it with fear. You restore it through presence by staying near. Faith is standing up again.
Not loud, not proud, just strong.
I don't need to shout my confidence.
I know where I belong.
Faith is standing up again, and my heart feels safe to trust. You are faithful in the waiting. You are faithful now with us.
I've known belief fueled by emotion that fades when feelings change, but this faith feels rooted deeper, built to last through every stage. It's not shaken by uncertainty, it's not rushed by the clock. It stands calmly on your promises, anchored to the rock. You don't demand explanation, you don't require proof. You invite my heart to rest again in what I know is true. Faith is standing up again, and I breathe without restraint. I don't brace myself for falling, I trust where you've placed. Faith is standing up again, faith is steady.
You are faithful.
I trust you.
I am grounded.
I am sure.
I am sure. I surrender the fear of relapse, the thought that faith won't last. I trust the God who restores belief and redeems the past. If faith stands because you're present, then presence is my peace. I don't rush beyond your nearness, I let belief increase.
Teach my heart to walk convinced, without striving to be strong.
Let faith stand firm and steady all along.
Faith is standing up again, and I move without demand.
I don't rush toward the future,
I stay close to your hand.
faith is standing up again, and I give you all the praise. You are faithful in restoring in every phase.
You are faithful,
You are sure.
you restore belief.
Once more,
I am standing,
I believe,
I will trust.
I will stay. Faith is alive.
Faith is alive.
You are God. You are God. Standing again. Faith. Father, thank you for restoring my faith without pressure. I trust you deeply. I walk forward with confidence. Amen.
I didn't feel the push. I didn't feel the force. I only felt your hands lifted me gently.
I've known help that comes with pressure, hands that pull me up too fast. But you lifted me with patience, letting healing truly last. You didn't rush my broken places, you didn't shame my need. You knelt beside my weakness and carried me with peace. You don't restore by dragging, you don't heal by force. You lift with careful kindness, you honor every scar and source. You lifted me gently, out of fear, out of pain. You didn't rush my recovery, you stayed until I could stand. You lifted me gently, and I trust the ground below, because the hands that raised me will never let me go.
I used to think rising meant effort, climbing out on my own. But you showed me a better way, a strength I've never known. You carried me through weakness, you steadied every breath. And now I stand without strain, without fear of falling back.
You don't demand resilience, you provide it with grace. You rebuild what was weary at a patient pace. You lifted me gently, and I breathe without fear. I don't brace myself for falling. I know you are near. You lifted me gently, and my heart learns to trust that restoration doesn't hurry. It grows because it must. You are gentle, you are kind. I am held, I am safe. You are faithful all the time. I surrender the fear of collapse, the worry I might slip. I trust the tenderness of your care, the steadiness of your grip. If healing comes by gentleness, then gentleness I'll choose. I don't rush beyond your presence, I let you lead me through. Teach my heart to receive help without guilt or shame. Let gratitude replace its distance as you lift me again. You lifted me gently, and I stand renewed. I don't carry yesterday's weakness into what is new. You lifted me gently, and I walk with steady grace. You are faithful in restoring at your pace. You are faithful, you are kind. You restore me every time. I am standing, I am whole. I will trust, I will stay. You are God. You are God. You are God. You are God. Gently lifted. Father, thank you for lifting me without pressure. I receive your gentle restoration. I trust you completely. Amen. Father, I'm moving forward now, not because I'm pressured, but because you made me ready. I rise without rushing. I've no movement driven by fear, by the need to prove I'm strong. But this rising feels different, like I finally belong. I don't push past your presence, I don't outrun your grace. I walk with a settled spirit at a patient pace. You don't hurry what you restore, you don't force what you heal. You lead me step by step, and you teach me how to feel. chase tomorrow, I walk steady in today. I rise without rushing, and my heart stay aligned. You restored my strength in the waiting. Now I trust the timing of my life.
I used to fear falling behind if I didn't move fast enough, but you taught me that obedience is stronger than speed or rush. Now I listen before I move, I stay close before I step. I don't outrun what you are doing, I walk aware of every breath. You don't confuse urgency with purpose. You don't pressure me to climb. You guide me with quiet wisdom at a holy time. I rise without rushing, and I breathe in peace. I don't panic in progress, I don't hurry through release. I rise without rushing, and I trust the way you lead. You prepared my heart in stillness, now you're guiding me. I am moving, I am calm. You are leading, I will follow step by step. I trust you. I surrender the pressure of performance, the fear of missing out. I trust the pace of your wisdom, I trust the path you mapped out. If rising means remaining close, then close is where I'll stay. I don't move without your presence, I walk your way. Teach my heart to value alignment more than how fast I go. Let obedience shape my progress, let trust flow. I rise without rushing, and I stand secure. I don't race toward the future, I trust what you ensure. I rise without rushing, and I walk without fear. You were faithful in the waiting, you are faithful here. You are faithful, you are wise, you are guiding my life. I am moving, I am calm, I will trust, I will move at your pace, at your pace. You are God, you are God, without rushing. I rise. Father, thank you for teaching me how to move without pressure. I follow you with peace, I trust your leading. Amen.
Quiet strength fills my heart.
I used to think strength meant pushing, holding on with clenched hands. But you taught me another language, one my soul understands.
It's not loud or demanding. It doesn't need to prove. It settles deep within my spirit and teaches me how to move. You don't build strength with pressure. You don't grow it through fear. You shape it in the waiting when trust draws near.
Quiet strength fills my heart, and it steadies my pace. I don't rush into tomorrow, I walk calmly in your grace. Quiet strength fills my heart, and I breathe without restraint. You have formed resilience in me that will not fade. I've known strength born of urgency that rises quick and breaks.
But this strength feels rooted deeply, formed by every step I take.
It doesn't shout for attention,
It doesn't demand control.
it anchors me in confidence and guards my soul.
You don't measure strength by volume. You measure it by peace, by how the heart remains steady when answers take their time to be.
Quiet strength fills my heart, and I stand without fear. I don't brace myself for failure. I know you are near. Quiet strength fills my heart, and I trust the ground I'm on. You have built endurance in me that will carry me on. You are steady, you are near. I am grounded, I am calm. Strength is rising, faith is strong. I surrender the fear of weakness, the thought that I might fall. I trust the strength you're forming that will hold me through it all. If strength is shaped in stillness, then stillness I embrace. I don't rush beyond your presence, I remain in this place. Teach my heart to recognize the strength you've placed in me. Let me trust the work you're doing quietly. Quiet strength fills my heart, and I move with steady grace. I don't hurry through this season, I honor the pace. Quiet strength fills my heart, and I lift my eyes to see you are faithful in the forming. You are strengthening me. You are faithful, you are kind, you are shaping my life. I am steady, I am strong,
are strength within me. I receive what you formed in me. I walk forward in peace. Amen. Nothing about this change was loud. Nothing about it was rushed. But I can say this with confidence: I am not the same as before. I walk through fire without the flames, through silence that refined my soul. I didn't notice the moment I changed, but I feel the strength you made whole. I carry less fear than yesterday, less need to prove or defend. Something deeper has settled in me. I'm not who I've always been. You didn't change me overnight. You shaped me line by line. You took the weight of former seasons and turned it into something strong and kind. I am not the same as before. I don't move the way I used to move. I don't react out of fear anymore. I respond with trust in you. I am not the same as before, and I stand with open eyes. Where you formed in the waiting now lives inside my life.
I've known change that felt external, surface level and brief, but this change feels rooted deeply, like truth replacing grief. I don't fear returning seasons, I don't dread what lies ahead. I've learned that growth doesn't announce itself, it shows up when I stand.
You did erase my history, you redeemed it all with grace. You turned lessons into wisdom and waiting into strength. I am not the same as before, and I don't apologize for the patience you developed, for the calm behind my eyes. I am not the same as before, and I give you all the praise. You didn't rush my transformation, you walk with me through every phase. I am changed, I am grounded. You were faithful all the way. I am standing, I am whole.
I surrender the need to explain how you shaped me in the dark. I trust that those who know you will recognize the mark. If growth is quiet testimony, then let my life declare that you are faithful in the process and present everywhere. Teach my heart to carry change with humility and grace. Let my life reflect the patience that formed this place. I am not the same as before, and I walk with steady pace. I don't rush beyond your presence, I remain within your grace. I am not the same as before, and I thank you for the way you transform me in the waiting, and you're still shaping me today. You are faithful, you are wise, you are shaping my life. I am changed,
I will trust, I will stay. You are God. You are God. Not the same. Not the same. Father, thank you for quiet transformation. I honor the work you've done in me. I continue forward with humility. Amen. Father, I didn't lose belief. It just grew quiet. Then you came close and you breathed life into my faith. I carried faith like an ember, hidden deep within my chest. It didn't burn with intensity, but it never left. Through tired prayers and silent moments when words were hard to find, you stayed near in the stillness, guarding what was mine. You don't revive by pressure, you don't awaken by force. You breathe where hearts are open and faith remembers its source. You breathe life into my faith when it felt thin and small. You reminded me that trust still lives even when I felt stalled. You breathe life into my faith, and my spirit learned to rise, not by striving for assurance, but by opening my eyes.
I've known faith driven by emotion that rises quick and fades away. But this faith feels calm and anchored, built to last beyond today. It's shaped by all the seasons where you taught my heart to stay. Now faith awakens quietly and leads me on my way.
You don't require perfection, you don't demand display. You revive what's willing and you meet me where I stay. You breathe life into my faith, and I feel it in my soul. I don't chase after certainty, I trust you with control. You breathe life into my faith, and I walk with open hands. You restored what fear had quieted. Now I stand.
Faith is breathing, faith is rising.
You are near me, you are working.
I am open, I receive. I surrender the fear of dryness, the worry that faith won't last. I trust the God who breathes again on what He shaped in the past. If faith lives by your presence, then
presence is all I need. I don't rush the awakening, I let you lead. Teach my heart to stay receptive when faith feels quiet and small. Let me trust your gentle breathing through it all. You breathe the life into my faith, and I rise without demand. I don't force what you are reviving, I trust your hand. You breathe the life into my faith, and I move with steady grace. You are faithful to restore belief at your pace. You are faithful, you are near, you awaken what is here. I am breathing, I believe. I receive. I trust you. Faith is alive. Faith is alive. You are God. You are God. Breathe on alive again.
Father, thank you for reviving my faith gently. I receive new breath from you. I trust you completely. Amen. Father, I didn't notice when it returned, but suddenly I could breathe again. Hope feels alive again. I walked through days that felt colorless, where joy felt distant and thin. But you were working beneath the surface, quietly restoring within. I didn't wake to sudden sunshine, no dramatic break in the sky, just a gentle light returning as my heart learned how to rise. You don't rush hope into being, you let it grow where trust has stayed. You water it with faithfulness until the gray begins to fade. Hope feels alive again, not loud, not fragile, not forced. It's breathing deep inside my chest. Hope feels alive again, and my soul remembers truth. You are faithful in the waiting. You are faithful in what's new. I've known hope driven by urgency that rises fast and falls apart. But this hope feels much stronger, rooted deep within my heart. It's built on all the nights you held me, on the days I stayed in prayer. Now hope returns with steady confidence, because I know you're there. You didn't offer empty comfort, you stayed through every doubt. You let hope return naturally without being pushed about. Hope feels alive again, and I welcome what I surrender the memory of despair, the weight of what once was. I trust the God who specializes in bringing life from dust. If hope is rising gently, then gently I will stand. I don't rush into tomorrow, I receive it from your hand. Teach my heart to honor hope without fear of falling again. Let trust guard what you restored deep within. Hope feels alive again, and I choose to stay aware that you are faithful in the process. You are faithful in my care. Hope feels alive again, and I move without regret. You have turned my quiet waiting into hope that hasn't left. You are faithful, you are good, you restore hope, you renew. I am standing, I am whole. Hope remains, hope remains. You are God. You are God. Alive again. Father, I didn't notice when it returned, but suddenly I could breathe again. Hope feels alive again. I walked through days that felt colorless, where joy felt distant and thin. But you were working beneath the surface, quietly restoring within. I didn't wake to sudden sunshine, no dramatic break in the sky, just a gentle light returning as my heart learned how to rise. You don't rush hope into being, you let it grow where trust has stayed. You water it with faithfulness until the gray begins to fade. Hope feels alive again, not loud, not fragile, not forced. It's breathing deep inside my chest. Hope feels alive again, and my soul remembers truth. You are faithful in the waiting. You are faithful in what's new. Father, I don't stand because I'm strong. I stand because you carried me. Here I am again, standing in your grace. I remember when my footing faltered, when the ground felt unsure. But you never withdrew your mercy, you only made it more secure. You didn't ask me to prove myself, you didn't demand a display. You welcomed me back to solid ground. and taught my heart to stay. You don't restore by pressure, you restore by grace. You rebuild what feel weakened at a patient pace. I stand again in your grace, not by effort, not by might. I'm not held together by my strength, I'm held by what you supply. I stand again in your grace, with my confidence renewed. I don't lean on former failures, I lean fully into you.
I've known standing shaped by striving, by pushing past the pain. But this standing feels much steadier, rooted deep in grace. I don't fear the ground beneath me, I don't question where I belong. I stand because your mercy placed me here and taught me how to be strong.
You don't remind me of my weakness, you remind me of your love. You don't define me by my falling, you lift me up. I stand again in your grace, and I breathe without restraint. I don't brace myself for failure, I don't walk in shame. I stand again in your grace, and my heart is finally free. You restored what fear unsettled, and you're steadying me. I am standing by your grace, I am held here, I am safe. Nothing shakes me, I trust you.
I surrender the memory of falling, the fear of losing ground. I trust the strength of mercy that keeps lifting me now.
If standing is a gift of grace, then grace is where I'll remain. I don't rush beyond your covering, I stand within your name. Teach my heart to stay grounded in the truth of who you are. Let grace be my foundation wherever I are. I stand again in your grace, and I walk without demand. I don't rush into tomorrow, I remain where you stand. I stand again in your grace, and I choose to trust you still. You are faithful in restoring, you always will. You are merciful, you are kind, you restore me every time. I am standing, I am whole. I stand in grace, I stand in peace. You are God, you are God.
Standing in your grace.
Father, thank you for grace that restores my footing. I stand without fear, I trust you. Father, I don't feel empty anymore. Quietly, strength is returning to me. I felt my courage then in the waiting, like a flame learning how to stay. But you kept breathing in the silence, teaching my heart a steadier way. I didn't notice it all at once, no sudden rush, no loud release, just a calm return in rhythm, like my soul remembered peace. You were rebuilding what was weary, you were restoring what was worn. You didn't shout the transformation, you let it grow slow and strong. Strength is returning to me, not forced, not rushed, not loud. It's rising like a steady morning, breaking through the clouds. Strength is returning to me, and my heart begins to stand. I don't lean on yesterday's weakness, I lean on you again.
I'm not afraid of gentle progress. I don't despise the slower pace. I've learned that healing doesn't hurry, and grace reshapes what time can't erase. I don't compare my steps to others, I don't rush ahead in fear. I walk aware of what you're forming as my strength comes back right here.
You did remove the process, you redeemed it in my life. You didn't skip the formation, you stayed with me through every night.
Strength is returning to me, and I feel it in my breath. I don't carry the weight of urgency, I release the stress. Strength is returning to me, and I'm grounded where I stand. You are the source of what is forming, you are holding my hand. You are restoring,
I am standing,
I am standing. Strength is rising, faith is steady. I am held, I am safe.
I surrender the fear of collapse, the thought that I won't endure. You are not rebuilding weakness, you are shaping something sure. I don't need to prove resilience, I don't need to rush the climb. I trust the strength that you are growing at a patient, holy time.
Teach my heart to recognize the strength you place within. Let me honor every small return of confidence again. Strength is returning to me, and I welcome it with grace. I don't push beyond your leading, I don't outrun your pace. Strength is returning to me, and I lift my eyes to see that what I lost in the waiting
strong. I rise gently, I rise whole. You are God, you are God. Strength returning. Father, thank you for rebuilding me quietly. I receive the strength you give. I rise without fear. Amen. Father, I waited. I stayed. I trusted you in the quiet. And now, I rise. I remember the nights of silence, the days that felt unsure, when faith was all I had to hold, and hope felt faint but pure. You met me in the stillness, you strengthened what was weak. You didn't rush my healing, you taught my heart to breathe. You were forming strength beneath the surface, you were building what would last. And now I feel the weight lift slowly as I step out from the past. After the waiting I rise, not in hurry, not in pride, with the strength you gently placed in me that was growing deep inside. After the waiting I rise, with my heart made new again. I don't fear the days before me, because I know where I've been.
I'm not the same as when I started. Something steady fills my soul. I've learned that patience shapes the spirit, and surrender makes me whole.
You restored what fear had stolen, you renewed my inner sight. And I don't rush into tomorrow, I walk forward in your light. You didn't waste a single moment, you redeemed each silent day. Now I stand with quiet courage, because you made a way. After the waiting I rise, with a calm I've never known. I don't chase what lies ahead of me, I stand firm where I've grown. After the waiting I rise, with my trust secured in you. What you formed in the stillness now carries me through. You restored me, you renewed me.
I am standing in your grace.
Strength is rising, faith is steady.
I surrender the memory of fear, I release the weight of doubt. What once held me
Me in the waiting no longer holds me now. I don't boast in my endurance, I don't stand by my own might. I rise because you held me, and you taught me how to trust. Let my life reflect the patience that you formed along the way. Let my strength remain surrendered every because you held me. Father, thank you for renewal. I rise in the strength you gave me. I move forward with peace. Amen. I didn't find renewal by running. I found it by staying here in your presence. I am renewed.
I came in tired from the journey, worn from the miles I walked alone. But when I stepped into your presence, my heart remembered home.
You didn't ask for explanations. You didn't question where I'd been. You simply covered me with mercy and began again within. You don't restore from a distance. You don't renew by command. You refresh the soul that lingers in the safety of your hand. I am renewed in your presence. My strength returns as I stay. I don't search for life elsewhere. I receive it where you are today. I am renewed in your presence, and my heart finds rest again. You restore what life has drained from me again and again.
I've chased renewal in motion, in new seasons, new demands. But peace found me when I linger, right here where you stand.
You don't rush the process of healing. You don't hurry the repair. You breathe new life into my spirit as I remain aware. You don't renew me in striving. You renew me as I stay. You teach my heart that presence is where strength remains. I am renewed in your presence, and my soul begins to rise. I don't live from empty reserves. I draw life from where you abide. I am renewed
You are near.
You are enough.
Life is flowing
From your presence.
I surrender the habit of striving, the thought that I must earn rest. I trust the God who restores me when I simply stay and rest.
If renewal is a gift of nearness, then nearness I will choose. I don't rush beyond your presence, I remain to be renewed. Teach my heart to return daily to the place where strength is found. Let your presence be my portion, let renewal abound. I am renewed in your presence, and I walk restored and whole. I don't fear the road ahead of me, I'm strengthened in my soul. I am renewed in your presence, and I trust you with my days. You are faithful to refresh me in every way.
You are refreshing.
You are kind.
You are restoring
My life,
I am renewed.
I am whole.
I will stay.
I will rest. You are God. You are God. Renewed in your presence.
Father, thank you for renewing me in your presence. I return to you for strength. I remain with you.
Amen. I'm not rushing ahead, I'm not looking back in fear. I stand here and I rise with peace.
I've walked through seasons of uncertainty, through questions that shape my soul. But somewhere in the waiting, you made me whole. I don't carry the weight of urgency, I don't fear what lies ahead. I move forward with a quiet trust in every word you've said.
You didn't rush my becoming, you didn't force my way. You formed peace inside my spirit that now lights my path each day. I rise with peace, not striving, not afraid. I don't chase what's coming next, I trust the steps you've made. I rise with peace, and my heart is sure. You were faithful in the waiting, you will be forevermore.
I've known peace that came from answers that faded when life changed pace. But this This peace feels anchored deeper, rooted firmly in your grace.
It doesn't tremble at uncertainty. It doesn't rush the plan. It stands calmly in your promise and follows where you stand.
You don't give peace in pieces. You don't offer it by chance. You place it deep within my soul so I can stand.
I rise with peace and I breathe again. I don't live from past exhaustion. I live present in your hand. I rise with peace and I trust your way. Well, you restored in the waiting now carries me today. Peace remains. Peace remains.
I am steady, I am safe. You are faithful, always faithful. I surrender the fear of tomorrow, the urge to control the day. I trust the God who goes before me and walks with me on the way. If rising means remaining calm, then calm is where I'll stay. I don't rush beyond your presence. I let peace lead the way.
Teach my heart to live from peace, not pressure, not demand. Let trust be my posture as I stand.
I rise with peace and I walk secure. I don't hurry through my calling. I trust what you ensure. I rise with peace and I lift my eyes to see you completed what you started, and you're still leading me. You are faithful, you are near, you are steady, you are here. I am calm, I am free. I will trust, I will stay. Peace surrounds, peace remains. You are God. You are God. I rise with peace. Father, thank you for peace that remains. I rise without fear. I move forward